Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to completely fundamentally reprogram how you interact with artificial intelligence. Seriously, if you feel like AI is just becoming another shiny object that takes up more of your time rather than actually saving it, well, you're exactly in the right place. We're going to build out a highly practical toolkit to upgrade your daily workflows, entirely eliminate those annoying digital chores, and help you reclaim hours of your actual life. We aren't doing basic parlor tricks today. We're talking about total workflow transformation.
So consider this your ultimate blueprint to winning back 10 hours of your week. First, stop begging your AI. Second, the boss prompt paradigm. Third, the explain my options hack. Fourth, upgrading to answer engines. And finally, number 5, no-code AI automation.
All right, let's dive right in with a pretty serious question. Are you treating your AI like a glorified search engine? See, a lot of us have this deeply ingrained habit of typing these incredibly polite but super vague requests into our digital tools. You might type something like, can you please help me clean up this file? But here's the hard truth. You're speaking to a mathematical network. It's not a human assistant. When you use those weak search engine style queries, you're literally handicapping the system from the very first keystroke.
Part 1, stop begging your AI. Let's fix that prompting bottleneck. Which brings us to part 2, the boss prompt paradigm. It's time to start commanding your AI. Because look, underneath the hood, large language models operate on probabilistic next token predictions. Basically, they're just predicting the most likely next word. So if you're throwing in vague, polite inputs, you're inevitably going to yield what experts call spaghetti outputs, just messy, completely unstructured data. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't tell an employee, hey, maybe do something with this data when you have a second, please. No, you'd give them clear, direct instructions. The difference here is night and day. The Beggar approach gives the AI zero structural boundaries, but the boss approach, it uses specific verbs, exact constraints, and defines a crystal clear final format. Try saying, extract the names and dates from this file and output them into a 2-column markdown table. Shifting to that kind of constraints-based format dramatically boosts your accuracy, simply because you're severely narrowing the mathematical probability of it making a mistake.
And that builds perfectly into one of my absolute favorite techniques, the persona hack. When you give a prompt like, act as a veteran travel planner with 20 years of experience in budget European travel, you aren't just playing make-believe with a chatbot. You're actually forcing the underlying LLM into a highly specific cognitive lens. By giving it that persona, you automatically restrict the neural network's active vocabulary, and you entirely recalibrate its token probability tables. It instantly stops pulling from just general average internet text, and it starts pulling from the most authoritative, domain-specific subsets of its training data. The result? You get expert-level, hyper-relevant outputs. Instantly. It's amazing.
Another insanely powerful boss technique is called chaining. One of the biggest, most common mistakes people make is trying to stuff a massive, complex project into a single, confusing prompt. Instead of asking it to write a 10-page report in one breath, where the AI is almost guaranteed to lose the plot, you've got to use sequential logic. Have the AI brainstorm ideas for step 1. Then evaluate those ideas and ask it to outline the structure in step 2. Finally, for step 3, have it write the individual sections one by one. You will achieve vastly superior outcomes just by guiding the system step by step.
Moving right along to part 3, the explain my options hack. Let's really upgrade your decision-making.
So a major pitfall is letting the AI actually make your life choices for you outright. Asking an AI, hey, which software should I buy, can totally trigger hallucinations, where the model will confidently just make up believable but completely false facts. We don't want the AI to choose for us, we want it to facilitate our choice. Try this specific template instead. Tell the AI, I need to choose between option A and option B. Act as an objective business coach. Create a side-by-side comparison table detailing the pros, cons, and long-term trade-offs. I'm telling you, this setup is pure magic and shifts the massive cognitive load of organizing and structuring complex data entirely onto the AI, while keeping you firmly in the driver's seat of the actual judgment. You get this perfect neutral matrix so you can make your own informed decision.
Part 4, upgrading to answer engines, discovering the magic of RAG.
Right now, we're witnessing a massive, fundamental pivot in technology. Honestly, the days of crawling through Google, endlessly clicking links, and wading through a sea of SEO spam and pop-up ads, they are ending. Enter the answer engines. These are modern AI tools, think Perplexity, Gemini, or ChatGPT search, and they rely on a technology called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. When you ask a question, it dynamically searches the live web, reads the top 15 pages in milliseconds, and synthesizes a natural language response just for you.
But the absolutely crucial point here is that it forces the LLM to place numerical citations next to every single fact it claims. That is the ultimate truth guard against AI hallucinations because the answer is grounded in live retrieved URLs that you can instantly verify yourself.
So, let's look at how this actually applies to your real life. Instead of clicking through 30 different travel blogs, you just ask the answer engine. Plan a 3-day Tokyo itinerary based on my love for ramen and anime, grouped geographically so I don't waste time on trains with cited costs. Boom. Done. Need a new appliance? Forget reading biased affiliate sites. Just ask, compare the top 3 dishwashers under $800, specifically focusing on their decibel levels and major reliability complaints from Reddit. Or, my personal favorite for troubleshooting, my washing machine shows error E15. Search the official manual and give me step-by-step instructions to fix it. Literally saving you from a total meltdown on a Tuesday night. You just saved hours of wading through bloated browser tabs and messy forums.
And finally, part 5, no-code AI automation. Meet the glue tech.
Okay, we have officially reached the climax of our explainer today. We are completely transitioning from manual prompting, where you're still sitting there actively typing and directing the AI, to passive automation, where your digital chores run entirely on autopilot behind the scenes. Welcome to the glue tech revolution. We're talking about platforms like Zapier and Make.com. They act as this invisible digital glue, seamlessly connecting all the everyday apps you already use. Gmail, Google Drive, WhatsApp, Slack, you name it. And the absolute best part? You no longer need to know how to write a single line of code. You set the whole thing up using plain English commands, and the AI acts as the intelligent reasoning engine living inside these connections, just effortlessly monitoring your digital life. Let me actually walk you through this specific pipeline, because this exact framework handles tedious data entry without you ever lifting a finger. It basically operates in 3 simple steps. First up, the watcher. A passive trigger is detected, like, say, a new email arriving in your inbox with an invoice attached. Second, the thinker. This is where the AI steps in, reads the invoice, and actively extracts the vendor name, the billing amount, and the due date. And finally, the doer. The system automatically takes that PDF, saves it to a Google Drive folder named 2026 Expenses, and logs the extracted data directly into your Google Sheets budget tracker. That is hours of manual, soul-crushing accounting completely automated.
Wow, so we've covered a massive amount of ground today. From commanding your AI like a boss to leveraging the power of answer engines, all the way to building completely autonomous no-code pipelines. I really want to leave you with this one provocative thought today. Stop doing your digital chores. Just let the glue do the work. Take a hard look at your workflow right now. What mundane, soul-crushing digital chore are you going to confidently hand over to the AI today to free up your life? Get out there and start automating.